So, Aisha, I think you're talking.
Am I not audible? Yes,
Yeah,
I think I am now,
yeah, you
right?
were talking in mute. Yeah.
Achha, sorry. So, hello everyone. Good evening and welcome to the next session of Sangam 20. And this one is going to be a fun one. We have a full house today. I mean, a jam-packed session. You can see all our speakers today on video. This is, I mean, not a presentation, a very free-flowing session. So, I'll come to it. Moving on. Now, before I moving to the next slide, right? Okay, so that's fine. So as you see, no, Sangam is our flagship event, and this year we have it running for 12 days. And in these 12 days, you're going to get 90 plus hours of learning, 90 plus sessions, and 120 plus key speakers. You can see some of our key speakers in the banner, and we've got some of our speakers right here with us today. So I do hope that you guys are already enjoying yourselves and you continue this learning. Moving on. So as you know, we've already had a really great fireside session earlier in the morning. Then we had the HOL labs through the afternoon, and now it's time for some interaction. Moving on, okay, this is something that's really important to us. I request you to take a screenshot or a snippet of this slide that you're seeing right now and head over to Twitter. And the reason I ask you to do this is we've got to thank all the speakers and everybody who's sparing their time, personal time on a weekend and coming over here. And the only way to do it in this virtual world is perhaps Twitter. So head over there, take a screenshot, and thank them for the time and all the things that we are on, all the fun that we're having. So you can see the hashtags on the screen itself. Moving on. So a few housekeeping rules. Please use the Q&A panel at the bottom of your screen for all your questions. If you need any help or support, use the chat box and we'll be there to assist you. And again, the presentation, well, you don't have anything for this, but if you're looking for any presentations from the previous sessions or the upcoming sessions, the presentations would be accessible on the AIOUG website. And of course, there's a survey that you will be routed to at the end. Please fill that and kindly let us know. Excuse me. So coming to today, so we've got a really jam-packed session. Veera is going to take you through this session, and I think he will introduce the speakers. So I will hand it off to Veera.
Okay, thanks, Aishwarya. So, can I share my screen?
Yes, you should be able to share your screen and take over the session. We can see your screen now. All yours.
Yeah, thanks, Aishwarya. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to one and all present here. I mean, present virtually here. So it's a virtual conference, right? Okay, right. Happy to see some of the Oracle fellow users with me here. And this is not a technical session, like all the day, right? All of the day, like today, Sunday, we started with fire chat, and it was really a fireful thing. It was really good, and then multiple HOLs, and this is all about Oracle is program, an exclusive session for the Oracle community India. So you can see in the screen, right? We have 500 plus technical experts helping peers globally around the world. So we have 500 people who are sharing the knowledge and helping each other like across the world to the technical experts. So let me, the slide is not moving. Okay. So people ask what is Oracle ACE program, right? Oracle ACE program is nothing but it is designed to reward and recognize the community members for their contributions, the technical contributions to the Oracle community. So that is what Oracle ACE program is called, and we have 3 levels. The first entry level is Oracle ACE Associate, and followed by the second one is Oracle ACE, and the third one is the top one is like the Oracle ACE Director. So we can even nominate yourself for the Oracle ACE or ACE Associate or ACE Director. We have the link here if you see in the slide, and if you have any queries like how do I, people ask, right, even today a couple of people ask me like how do I become Oracle ACE Associate, and what is the procedure to up my level from Oracle ACE Associate to Oracle ACE or ACE Director. So all these stuffs, right, you can see in this link. So if you click on the link, it will be taking you to this page. This is the official Oracle ACE program page. So you can all see that, right? Yep. So this is an Oracle ACE official Oracle ACE program page, and you can see so many infos about this page, and you can see even Sai here, All India Oracle Users Group President, right? So you have so many options. Like if you want to find how many number of users, Java champions, and groundbreaker ambassadors are there, you can just go and click on this link. And the Oracle users on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. Just you can go and click on this link, and you can see so many informations on this. And the next one is the question, right? Like what are all the what is the qualification? So what needs to be done for one to become an Oracle ACE or ACE Director or ACE Associate, right? So people still, right, even the non-ACEs, the non-Oracle ACEs, right, still they are contributing. Some people are there, still they are contributing to the Oracle community, like by writing the blogs or using the social media links. They have even published a book, something like that. So these are the qualifications, like what are the types of contributions. So to become an Oracle ACE, to include in, to be a part of the Oracle ACE program. So these are some of the things to be done actually. So it's not like everything should be done, but at least like one or two, right? If you do, you will be qualified for the Oracle ACE Associate, which I told as an entry level to the Oracle ACE program, right? For example, right, people might be writing blogs, but still they doesn't know like whether I am qualified to the Oracle, to be part of the Oracle ACE program or not. So they can just go ahead and nominate themselves. So the nomination links are still available here. You can go here and you can see it, right? Please see get nominated, right? You can go, and if you click on this link, you'll get a nomination form, and you can fill in the form, and the Oracle ACE program will decide whether you are qualified for the Oracle ACE Associate or ACE Director. So what is Oracle ACE Associate? As I told you, like it is just it is an entry level to be a part of an Oracle ACE program, and the next level is Oracle ACE, and you can see what is an Oracle ACE Director as well. Like that is a level, the top tier community members who not only have been sharing their knowledge, but also right for years in the community. They participate in ongoing dialogue with Oracle and the people who use the Oracle products in the real world. So the benefits are like either you are an Oracle ACE Associate, ACE, or a Director. So your profile will be displayed in the Oracle ACE directory, right? So you can go ahead and see your profile in the Oracle ACE directly that will be included over there. And if you are an Oracle ACE Director, yeah, of course, like you will be involved in the quarterly briefings with the Oracle product management. This means like you can go ahead and talk or discuss with the Oracle product managers about the products. So that happens quarterly, and you will be part of it. And you will be able to access and briefings with the Oracle product development and strategy teams, and speaking opportunities at Oracle, as well as other third-party events will be there. And the other thing, right, you can when you are an Oracle ACE, right, you can go ahead and present or present for the call for papers across the world for any Oracle event. So that is one of the major advantage you get when you be part of the Oracle ACE program, right? So when you are an Oracle ACE, there will be some difference in recognizing when a non-Oracle ACE or and between the non-Oracle ACE and the ACE member, right? Oracle, the Oracle ACE program member. So there is some difference, and you will get a recognition. So for the chances of presenting in the Oracle events across the world, happening across the world. That is one thing. And if you see, right, the next one, I just wanted to say here, like, if you see, this is, I just selected for the Oracle ASS, all the ASS. It's not like Oracle AS Director or AS Associate or AS. All the ASS in the Asia Pacific region and in India, if you see, we are really happy that we have 40 members now. 40 Oracle ASS are there in India today, because 6 months back, right, in the OG Yatra, when we had the same kind of Oracle community session, right, we could see only 20 plus people. But today, right, within a short span of time, we can say 6 months, we can see 40 Oracle ASUS in India. And that too, right, people started, people started sharing their knowledge, right, even in the pandemic, the COVID pandemic. This is really appreciable, and we need more ASUS to emerge like this. So within next year, right, we need to see at least 100 people. That is what we wish. It is not kind of like a marketing or something, right? So we love sharing knowledge, right? That is what you are getting recognition by the Oracle, right? As an Oracle ACE associate or Oracle ACE or an Oracle director. See, the level of knowledge sharing, right? That is what speaks here. So, for example, a person writes blog in blogging. So, some article you will be blogging, you will be putting in his blog in India. But some person across in any corner of the world, right? He will be reading his blog and he will be benefited out of it. Right? That is how the knowledge gets shared. And that even that guy, right? Even he can ping you personally, like seeing your Twitter handle or in LinkedIn or something, right? So that is how the networking happens. So when you share the knowledge, that is how the networking happens, and other people get benefited out of it, right? That is the main theme of this Oracle ACE program and the Oracle community, ACE community in India. And so that is all about the ACE program. And yeah, it's a Gen Pack session. I think like so many ACEs are there, fellow ACEs are there with me. I welcome everyone for this wonderful session. So let's go ahead and introduce ourselves for the session. Yeah. And the major thing, yeah, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Veera Teshwan Sridhar. You can call me as Veera in short. I know my name is pretty big in right. So some of them even struggle to say my name. So my name is Veera, and I'm an Oracle ACE director. I've been given this recognition in the year 2000. Just in the April month of this year, it was really I was really happy about it. And my first Sangam was in the year 2014, and that is where I got inspired by many Oracle experts, and I started sharing my knowledge, like blogging, speaking, presenting in multiple conferences, organizing events, and I love to share my knowledge. That is a basic thing. I blog, I speak in conferences, etc., etc. So that is all about me. And so the next one. Like, yeah, Aditya, why can't you introduce yourself? And
hello, my name is Aditya Nath. You can call me Adi. So I got this Oracle ACE recognition in the month of February 2020. About my, you can say, occupation. So I am currently working as Oracle DBA team lead in first-hand services. And apart from the normal job, I do blogging. I still help on Oracle community. And also I love to present and share my knowledge. So that's it from me.
Yeah, thanks, Adi. That's really good. You know, like recently you wrote an article on what is the benefit of attending Sangam, right? That was really good. You know, like if you get a chance, you can go ahead and please refer that. So thanks for sharing your experiences, Adi, on that. It was really good. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Saurabh. Yeah, he's one of the older guy. Like like when we all met in Sangam and Odevsi Yatra. Previously it was like OTN Yatra, then it changed to Odevsi Yatra, and now it is OG Yatra, right? He's a very old member of this already Oracle users group. Yeah, please go ahead, Saurabh. Yeah.
Thanks, Veera. So my name is Saurabh. Long association with AIOUG, almost 10 years now. And currently I work with Michelin. I head the data science and analytics function for Michelin Digital. And I've been an author. I've authored first 2 books were on Oracle PLSQL, and the last one with A-Press was on Big Data Lake architecture. Alumnus of Harvard Business School, based out of Bangalore. Happy to be here. This is my first Oracle ACE session with at Sangam. I got this Oracle Ace tag not very long, I think July or August this year. So yes, happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks, Saurabh. So next, Syed Hassan. Yep.
Say you're speaking on mute.
Can you unmute yourself, Syed?
Yeah, very good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, please go. Yes.
Yeah. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank entire team of the AIOUG for organizing this special event in Pan India and also across the globe. So let me introduce myself. I'm Mr. Mir Said Hassan, and an Oracle AC associate. I started my career as an Oracle DB Technologies, and currently I'm having a 10 plus year of an Oracle DB experiences and work with various IT organizations such as an Oracle Corporations client with Indian Software India Private Limited, IDS System, McAfee, and now currently working as a senior Oracle DB at Fanapco. So I'm an Oracle certified professional from the various versions such as the 9i, 10G, 11G, and 12C. And this year 2020 February, I have been awarded as an Oracle AC associate with the help of the Oracle AC program. I maintained a prominent blog by my name itself, as you can see, with the name of mirsaidhassan.com. And this blog involves the sharing my immense knowledge based on the real-time experiences with the best practices for the enhancement in Oracle DB technologies and an Oracle community across the globe. And almost I have 200 plus articles which I've written into Oracle DB technologies in the various scenarios. And every article which I've written here is tested and verified in my test environment. And this is a completely a free resources for the sharing in an Oracle technical. So what I suggest to those who are listening to this CIOUG event, please request you to review my blog. And we're almost 70,000 users who have accessed my blogs for the references of any of the DB activities. So you can also find me on Oracle OTN and ODTUG, FeedSpot, Blogspot, and other Oracle technical forums. So therefore, I conclude this short overview of my career and experiences in Oracle DBA technologies. And very thankful for the Mr. Veera and the complete special thanks to Sairam for taking this efforts to achieve our goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Syed. That was really awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So next one is Ankur Jain. He is an Oracle ace in India. So yeah, please go ahead. Yes, Ankur.
Yeah, hi guys. Thank you, Veera. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Hope you can hear me loud and clear and you can see my video too.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So let me start with a brief introduction. I have myself Ankur Chan. I have 9 years of experience and currently associated with the Nile Technologies. And the good part is I started my career with Nile Technologies, very long back, 2012, and associated with them as of now. This is my first company I joined, and as of now, I am associated with Nile only. Okay, and 3 or 4 years back, I started blogging on a technology like ADF and WebLogic servers, and then 3 years back, 2 years back, I started working upon the Oracle Integration Cloud technologies. Then I thought that I should start working upon that OIC and then start blogging on that. When I started the OIC career, there was very less documentation available, the few blogs, and I started my career in OIC myself, learned myself. There was no help documentation except Oracle, no blogs was there. So I started sharing my knowledge throughout my blogs and then YouTube. So I have, as of now, 250 plus blogs on my techsupport.com. And I have around 70 plus videos on the YouTube. I have a 2K subscriber on my YouTube channel, and I'm sharing my knowledge day by day with everyone, getting a good feedback from the community. I'm also sharing my knowledge, and doing question and answer on the Oracle Cloud community, and for which I got rewarded as the a good member, or what we say, the spotlight member of the community. I have been rewarded, and I got this Oracle Ace Associate Award in Oracle in 2020 itself, and then promoted to the Oracle Ace 6 months in a 6 months itself. So that's all myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankur. So, yes, Subramanian, yeah, you can go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Veera, and thanks, Sai, for organizing the meeting even in this pandemic, actually. So let me introduce myself. So I am Subramanian Karnamurthy. You can call me shortly as an Subbu. So recently, how to say, in the August only, I have actually recognized as an Oracle associate. So currently, I am working in constellation consulting. So I was fully involved in EPM areas. So I thought of like sharing my knowledge towards the committee, everything. So as of now, I am active on the Oracle customer forum. So where you can find my answers very detailed on ASCS, everything. And recently, I am published my article on the migration on ASCS. So it has actually reached around 1K views on LinkedIn actually. So currently, these are my activities towards the contribution to the committee. So hoping for much to come in the future. And thanks, Veera. Yeah, that's it from me. Veera, I think you are speaking in mute actually.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Subbu. Yeah, Soumya, yeah, why can't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Yes.
Okay, thanks. Hello, everyone. My name is Shomu Sundar Das. I'm basically from Kolkata. I'm an ACE associate and currently working as a senior consultant in Visotech Informatics Private Limited, where my job role is pre-sales and implementation specialist. I'm having around 9 years of experience. Visotech is basically a mid-sized IT consulting company with a very strong focus on Oracle technology, and I'm working here almost since last 4 years. My areas of interest are database administration, e-business suite, middleware, cloud, etc. I started my blogging in 2014, and I try to share my knowledge, my findings on a blog, namely dbsomo.blogspot.com. The main reason behind the blogging was I always wanted to make a repository where you can where I can actually find the stuff that, or where I can actually share the stuff that I came across during my work. So through the blogging, I try to share those information, my findings with the community, and I feel extremely happy when someone actually fix their problem, fix their issues by visiting my blog post. So in last September, I received the Oracle Ace Associate Award from Oracle Ace program for contributing my knowledge towards the Oracle community. And I never had the idea actually of becoming an Ace till the beginning phase of this year. So when I saw the Ace program on the Oracle site, so after browsing their website, I got to know actually that you can actually self-nominate yourself for this program. So I thought of nominating myself, and after 3 months later, I got an email from the Oracle ACE program team saying that I have been recognized for the ACE Associate Award. So I sincerely thank Oracle ACE program for the same. And so with that said, I would like to thank AIOG and Sai for giving me such a big opportunity, big platform to introduce myself in front of everyone. So that's all about me.
Thank you, Soumya. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Next is Himanshu. So he's another Oracle Ace in India. Yeah. Please go ahead, Himanshu, and introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi everyone. So it's my pleasure to share the platform with all the Oracle Ace associates and all the AIUGU team. So my name is Himanshu, and I have been working on Oracle applications from last 11 years. So currently I'm working for Timex Group as an assistant manager. So I only don't work on Oracle technologies. Apart from that, even I handle the open source, like I even handle the Linux administration part, automation part. So I'm working on those. Apart from my normal daily job, I even run various WhatsApp group for Oracle apps, Core, RAG, DBA groups, where I try to help as much as I can and make a common platform to come help and everyone in the group. Even I run various groups for the Linux admin part. And I even provide in my free time, I do corporate trainings and part-time trainings for various Oracle and Linux technologies. So you can find me on my blog, that is funoracleapps.com, where I try to give my real-time experience with Oracle applications, database, Linux technologies, and what would be the real-time scenarios, how we can work on those issues and the problems. So I too try to share all those stuff on my blog. That's a little bit introduction about myself. Thanks.
Thank you, Himanshu. Thank you very much. So, okay, that's all we have for today as an introduction. Let's share our experiences, right? Like as an Oracle ACE, member of Oracle ACE community in India. Let's share our experiences so that people who are attending this session or even who sees this recording or something, they will get benefited out of it. So let me ask few questions, right, so that you can go ahead and answer that. So and share your experiences. So the first one goes to it's not something technical questions. Don't worry, guys. It's all related to the Oracle ACE community, Oracle ACE program. Subbu, can you please tell me, you told, right, you have been recently recognized as an Oracle ACE associate, right?
Yeah.
So what inspired you to become an Oracle ACE associate, to become a member of this or be part of this Oracle ACE program? What was your inspiration actually?
Yeah, so my inspiration is like when I was looking for answers in the forum, right? So I came to know actually a lot of how to say the great persons. Even if you know the product director of the Oracle AS, Tim Government actually used to comment on the forum everything. So what I thought is like it's a great way to interact with people. So and get knowledge from those people. So this actually inspired me, and with this little inspirations, what I did is like I thought of commenting more on the blogs and forums, everything. And it's like at certain point it's like it's get into the huge level, and then Oracle AS associate, everything comes into the play. So for me this is the great inspiration. It's like first of all I thought it's like in order to interact with the great minds actually to gain the great ideas. Once the great ideas happen, then it will make into the solution.
Cool. Thanks, Subbu. Yeah, this is the only place, right, where we can share our knowledge. That's really good. Yeah. So, Ankur, why can't you share your experiences? Like, why do we need a community like AOUG? What is the requirement of it? Can you share your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Veera, absolutely. Thanks for asking this question. So basically, AIUG, All India Oracle User Group, is one of the biggest Oracle user group who is, giving us opportunity to connect with a lot of peoples around the world. And we have an opportunity to communicate with a lot of Oracle experts like Oracle ACE directors, Oracle ACE associate. We have a direct connectivity with the people who we really need in our day-to-day life as well. We can share our questions with them. They are happy to share the answers. And AIUG is giving us a platform where we can share our knowledge, we can grab others' knowledge as well. And the good part is that they are organizing a very, very good event for everyone around the world, where people can share their knowledge, they can communicate with each other, and then just pass on knowledge from here and there. And using this the good networking, I will say, community, we are just enhancing our skills, we have exposure to work with others people. We can, in this pandemic, we cannot really meet physically, but yes, you guys are giving a chance to meet virtually. We can share our videos, we can share our thoughts with everyone. So I will say this is one of the best Oracle user group in the world, and we are here, and you are guys helping us a lot. Thank you so much, Veera, and thanks other team members in the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankur. Yeah, rightly said and well said. this is the only platform wherein like we can share, network, and learn many new things. That is why a community is needed for, right? So
Absolutely, yes.
we can interact with other expertises as well. So we can learn something and also we can share our knowledge to them. Yeah, thanks Ankur. Thank you very much. So so how the next thing, right? We can people may think like, what is the use of networking, right? That is also another question hitting in our mind. Like, how connections help to improve our skills and even in the job opportunities, right? So Hassan, can you share your experiences on that? Yeah.
Hi, Veera. Yes, thanks for asking this question. So, of course, networking is one of the major. It plays a major role in various other operations, and networking is not only the connecting the people, connecting the like-minded people. You know, when it's a small example of myself. When I started writing the blog on before, I used to when working on an DB environment, we used to check if any of the errors onto the Google, and we found some of the various other experts who has written the blog. Then I found, then why can't I write myself? Then I started writing the blog on 2017, and from the last 3 years, I'm writing this blog, and once if the blog has been published, so from there onwards, you know, the people started reviewing my blog, and the people are trying to connect with that. Okay, so that is how the network establishment will build across the like-minded people. And also, you know, where the networking is, it's not any of the professional course, and we have not learned anywhere in our professional career, and it is comes under where only when we connected to the people and when we approach them with the help of some resources, with the help of some the skills, with the help of some operations, and so and so. So the networking is the one which gives you a lot of opportunity for the users as well as for those who are watching, or as Ankur said, the watching the videos. Again, if somebody's watched this Ankur's video, okay, again what happens is they try to reach him, and then they try to approach him and give the references to other people. That is how the network goes. And it is also one of the major operations which is on the job for the job perspective. So in case if you have a big network, if you have a good network, okay, so nowadays even the reference also will help you a lot to get the job done with the proper what I can call it as the position. Okay, so that's a brief about the networking. Thank you.
Thanks, Hassan. Like, I just wanted to add a point here. You know, that's my experience with All India Oracle Users Group. So I told you, right, my first Sangam was in the 2014, and I got inspired by many people, I mean, Oracle experts, and that is where I decided I need to share my knowledge. I started blogging, and primarily, right, I just wanted to mention this one, the community.oracle.com, right, the forums, OTN forums, we say that's one of the interesting part in my life. So that is I basically I'm an expertise in Oracle Golden Gate. So I write blog only in Oracle Golden Gate. Okay, so from past 10 years I'm working in this Golden Gate technology, and you know, right, I just learned the Golden Gate from the forums only. Like he told, why I'm bringing this point is, right. Referring multiple blogs. So that is how networking also comes, right. So people ask me, people ask questions right across the world in forums. Anyone can ask any questions, and technically, and anyone can go ahead and answer. There is no restriction. If you know the answer, you can go ahead and reply to the answer, the question, right. So when people ask multiple questions, right, what I used to do is, if I don't know the answer, I used to refer the blogs. I used to test. So that is how I built my expertise level. So that I'm just giving an point, so that no, that will be an entry level for you to become an expertise in any of the technology. So many people ask many questions. For few questions, we may know the answer. For many of them, we don't know the answer. So that is in where no, I was very eager. No, I need to reply to this question before anyone else has replied. So I will be very much eager, and I'll be Googling, I'll be doing multiple test cases, and then I'll be replying to the question. And so we do even get the points, right? But still, just a single thing, like how many of you felt very happy when you write a blog and some guy, any person in any corner of the world, right? They will be writing, it really helped me a lot. I was in big trouble and this resolved my issue, right? So we feel so much happy, right, during that time. So that is what. So there is nothing else in the for us, right? So that one single sentence, in our blog or even in the forum, right? They used to tell, "Thank you very much, Veera. I really appreciate all your help. This resolved my issue." So that seeing that wordings or statement, right? That makes us that makes a day makes our day, right? So yeah, thanks, Hassan. That's really good.
Yeah, most
So, but people also, right? They ask me like, so apart from blogging or writing replying the queries to the community.oracle.com. So, what is the benefit of attending these conferences like Sangam and OG Yatra? Aditya, like you have already written a very good blog, right? In LinkedIn, we all of them saw it. So, can you go out and explain about your experiences? Like, why do we need this conferences, Sangam and OG Yatra? And there will be a lot of differences between a virtual conference as well as the real conference, right? What do you feel when you attend these kind of virtual conferences? You may be attended like you might have attended the previous Sangam and OG Yatra, right? That's a live one. So, what do you feel about it?
Okay, so actually, firstly, I would like to thank actually all AIG team, because it's actually this is the end result which we are seeing right now. So we are attending this and we are getting that knowledge, but there are too much efforts these guys are putting in to make it happen. So thanks AIG team for making it happen. Coming back to your question about OG Yatra and Sangam, so I'll share the essentially what are the benefits I found out of these such particular events that you guys are conducting. So best and basic motive of attending such events is networking. So somewhere essentially you get to meet a lot many people. So they can be the Oracle product manager, Oracle employees, there can be Oracle ACE communities, there can be you can say all technology leaders, and maybe lot many DBAs or lot many people who are just working on Oracle technologies. They who share the common interest. So somewhere they share their knowledge, they share their experiences, they share their learnings. It helps whole Oracle community. So that is the basic motive of attending such events. Apart from which, second thing is the knowledge. uh, this actually how much experience you have in Oracle technology, it doesn't matter. You will always learn. So somewhere these particular events, there can be a people who are from the different part of countries, there are different part of geographical areas, they are coming together under a particular roof and they are sharing their knowledge. So you get to know lot many things which you are not knowing. The third thing is that it's actually you learn beyond your skills. So somewhere you are doing a job, you are working on a particular technology. So somewhere after a year or a couple of years, the work becomes monotonous. So somewhere you end up working on the same tasks. So somewhere these particular events does have the latest technology trend. So maybe you can shape your career in the right way. Just essentially you need to switch for it. Maybe you can just learn the new technology and be in the same boat where the market is moving. And of course you're creating your own brand. Not necessary you are just going there to learn something, but you can take this opportunity where you can present yourself. You can grab this opportunity to create your own brand in front of the people. If you have anything in your mind, maybe you need to move your career to the next level, you can talk to people, you can grab those opportunities. Somewhere you never know, you can meet someone who can change your career drastically in such events. And last but not the least, for having fun, you always know is actually when these such events happen, you have a lot of fun activities wherein you meet with the people, you can click photos, you can click selfies, and somewhere you won't remember these technical things for longer period of time, but you will always remember those light moments which you shared with these Oracle gurus. So somewhere I feel these events have the utmost you can say importance for the Oracle community. Last Sangam 19, we AIG had given us the opportunity to get certified for free of cost. So for example, a particular certification you cost around 14K, but they had given it with negligible cost. So of course I did my one of the certification there. So you can grab those opportunities as well for in the such events. So I would like to thank AIG for conducting such events. But I actually whoever is listening right now, you need to motivate your circle as well, because we need to grow this platform too much. Actually, we need to reach to maximum people, because such events you meet the people who have the common interest. So they'll you share your knowledge and you grow. So somewhere these particular events, you will end up growing yourself. You will be better than yesterday. So that should be our motive of the life as well. You should be of the better version than yesterday. So that's how it is. So somewhere that's it from my side.
That's really great, Aditya. Like you told, right, networking, even the job opportunities, right? That's one of the you mentioned, like anyone can change your career, right? Anytime. So that happens. That's a miracle, we can say. So that is what happened to me. Like I was working for Oracle, and like I was in search of a job. But earlier I used to present in many conferences, or I mean the AOUG conferences like Sangam, OG Yatra, and local chapter events. Those stuffs, and I got a link, and and now I'm placed in a very good concern. I thought to move out of Bangalore and come to Chennai, and this networking, right, whatever I built using this All India Oracle Users Group, so that really helped me, and I'm now in a very good position in one of the financial service company, and I'm leading a very happy life. Like that's the power of networking, right? Where do we get this networking? It's because of all this community, the All India Oracle Users Group or Oracle East community, right? So that's really a fantastic one I had in my life. So that's what that was a career changing, we can say. That is what you told, right? Anyone can change. Even I was not. I didn't expect, actually. I was just looking for a job, and all of a sudden everything came to me. Like that's the real power of the networking. I really thank the All India Oracle Users Group for that, because without AIOUG, no one would have built any network, right, to such a level. So thank AIOUG, and people also ask. We do so many stuff, right? Like blogging, contributing to the community forums, and presenting a presentation is nothing but, yeah, we can go ahead and present for 50 minutes, like 45 to 50 minutes. That is what our time slot up. The All India Oracle Users Group will say that's a rule, actually. Okay. So, but presenting there is not a problem, but preparing the presentations, right? Again, we need to see our family, we prepare the presentations. So we need to make sure we do a correct thing to we present the correct thing to the audiences, right? We share our knowledge, what all we know, we create as a presentation, right? Those stuffs, and even the Sangam, attending the Sangam. Now it's virtual, right? Fine. Again, if you want to go to any conferences, we need to leave our place and go travel. So all those stuffs, right? We need to manage somehow. Like even people have those questions: how these people are contributing so much when I have so much work in the office, right? So they will be working night shifts also. Like they will be wondering like how this is happening. So Himanshu, I would like to ask you like how you manage your work on learning and contributing to this Oracle Ace community. Could you please share your experiences on that?
Yeah, thanks, Veera. Yeah, that's a very common question. I also hear from a lot of students, lot of forums. Everyone asks me. So basically, the idea that I started blogging or I started writing or sharing my knowledge, for that I wanted to learn, and I wanted to like learn by doing it. Okay, so I more preferred by doing it and then learning it, rather than going directly to the books and then reading it and then going to work. So I normally prefer that, okay, daily, at least I should go ahead and even learn a single thing. That would be more than enough. It's not that I have to study everything at the same time. Or let's say I hear people that, okay, I have an interview, I have to go and prepare for interview, I have to take leave, I have to do a lot of things. So I like suggest them that why you have to take a specific day off for preparing for an interview or going for a presentation or something. You can prefer doing the same thing regularly, like apart from an office, like you do 9-10 hours of work, 11 hours of work, but after at least you can get 1 hour for a day to at least learn a single bit. Even you learn a single command, let's say you are learning a single command, even that would be more than enough for you, right? Because in 365 days, that will become 365 new things that you have learned, right, at the end of the year. And that would be a great thing when you are going ahead and seeing that where were you at the start of the year, and now at the end of the year you have learned so many things across that, right? So the same thing I try to implement, that at least I try to do something new daily. I try to learn something new, I try to implement something. So that's why I create my own servers, I try to build my setups at home also, so that I can present something on my blog that I have done. I don't want to do anything that's written somewhere and I'm presenting the same thing again and again. So I want to share the forum, share the community that something new is there. So that's why I suggest everyone to go ahead and try to learn daily. Okay, and that will help you a lot across your career. Okay, like I have never, like everyone asked that how, because if someone sees my career graph, I have changed lot many organizations over the time, depending upon the roles, depending upon the work. Because as soon as the work gets monotonous, I try to go ahead and ask for some new work, try to learn something new. That's how I like started working from Oracle apps to core rat, and then started working on Linux administration, automation tasks, a lot of things now I'm handling. So because I wanted to learn, so that made me that career move. So I shared the same thing with everyone, that keep trying to learn, keep trying to have that passion to learn. And I never like learned or started blogging to get this ace. This ace I just read, I think 3 4 months back somewhere. So I nominated myself. So I think I would be the latest one that has been recognized as the ace in November. I think my Diwali, I received that mail. So that was a very great Diwali that I received the Oracle ace recognition this year. But I prefer that, okay, have a continuous learning, even a small bit of pieces. At the end, you will see that you are at the stage where you want to be. So keep doing it. Small things will build up the whole setup for you, whole platform for you. Yeah, that's how I prefer.
Cool. That's really great, right? It's a like a long-term investment. We invest slowly a small amount, and at the end of the day, right, we'll get a huge amount. So, but we need to wait for it. But it is all our investment. Nothing is going to be based on this. But really, no, this question I need to ask to Sai only. I was thinking to ask Sai because how he is managing his family life with the work and how he learns more things, like. But I just wanted to ask this question to him. But we will ask him the last. The next question is right. We need to really hear from Saurabh. So a long-term member of this All India Oracle Users Group. So Saurabh, so what is your experience like? How do you feel? I have so many questions, right? Like how do you? What is the use of? Attending. What is the benefits we get attending these conferences like Sangam, Moji Yatra, or what majorly? The Oracle ACE program, right? How it helped you in your career? So can you share generally your experiences about this Oracle ACE program and Oracle ACE community and All India Oracle Users Group?
Sure, Veera. So my earliest memory about AIOG goes back to something around 2009 or 10 when Murli Vallath used to be around. So Murli, Sai, and few other enthusiastic folks who used to meet and come on board with Sangam and some of the tech community meets that time. And I think that was the first time when I heard about the Oracle ACE program. Of course, my understanding that time used to be it's more like a reward and a title. And when I used to discuss with guys like Arup and a few other folks, Syed Zafar and then Nasyam. So I think that's where my understanding got built. That's not a title. It's a recognition. So for your collaboration, for your contributions to the community, you have to take the role of a helper and support rather than expecting something in return. That's the first understanding. I'm glad that I've been on both the sides. I've been a long timer with Oracle. I was with managing the product management here in database and Exadata. So and that time my collaboration with the AIUG, gone to the next level. We used to travel a lot, day in, day out, every single day as a new city and things like that. So yes, I think seeing both the sides, I realized that Oracle ACE is not a reward. It's not that you do this much amount of work or contribution in kgs and grams and then you get the Oracle ACE director and associate. It's little more than that. You have to be it's a thankless job, I would say, because observing from inside Oracle, I could see many ACE community across the world. So I think now I feel that Oracle ACE, the levels and tiers is depending on how much of contributions you are making. But It feels good. So first of all, I've seen that it feels good that there are people who are listening, who have ears, who are comfortable with what you contribute, what you say over a wider digital network. And they appreciate as well. And there's a community who takes note of all these contributions. So it feels good, of course. And even feels much better when you go back to the journey of these 10 years, people like you, Sai, and coming together for a different cause, sharing our experiences. So yes, it feels good. And I think the power of networking, I've seen when we used to meet over the tech days, more than people attending the session, I could see there's a much more bigger crowd on the tea stalls and people taking selfies and making sure that yes, we know each other, we are connected over Twitter or LinkedIn. That was the power of networking, not just through the blogs on the technology fronts, but there's a lot other side, a wider world which came forward with AIUG. And I think I would thanks AIUG for the perseverance and the resilience which you have shown over the time. Initially, I know there were challenges. The response was coming from only particular segment and particular cities, but over the time, the way it has taken a big pan-India operation, that is really commendable. It wasn't very easy. It wasn't very easy initially. I used to hear because that there are challenges, but I think over the time it has come out really, really well. Really, really well. So yes, pretty decent job which AIUG has put in. Every year organizing Sangam, making sure that the feedbacks and communities are coming together. That's great job.
Okay, thanks, Saurabh. Yeah, still I remember, like, we'll be in one city, and the same day night, right? We'll be in different city again for the ODFC Yatra or OTN Yatra. Yeah, OG
Yeah.
That's really a good experience, like everyday traveling. Just thinking, but this year it was completely virtual. So hope so. Like next year it should be real. Fine, thank you, Saurabh. So, Sai, any questions we have from the? Okay, we have a question like Ashish Malik. He asked like how much time is required to become Oracle Ace? I mean, how much time of contribution to community is required to become eligible of Oracle Ace program? So I understand that contribution to the community is lifelong process, but want to understand from the perspective of Oracle Ace program. Thanks. So, Saurabh, can you answer this?
Okay. So as I said, it's about the effectivity of how do you contribute and what you contribute. It's not the amount, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. And keep it very simple. There are multiple things that come forward that okay, you have to write a book, or you have to be an author, you have to contribute through blogs, you have to be effective. But I've always felt that simplicity brings the ultimate sophistication. So keep it very simple, try to help, and you know don't make it sound like explicitly it has to come out in public that okay, this person is responding a lot. 10 responses per day, it's one response which is helping many people is much more effective. But in terms of time, I would say the collaboration and the connectivity, the connectedness in the community and in the entire ecosystem is far better than spending say 5 to 6 hours in a day on Oracle forums or things like that.
Veera, you are on mute.
Okay, sorry. It's not like the amount of time we spend, right? Please don't calculate that. Try to love sharing knowledge. And that is what it's all about. Oracle is community and all India Oracle users group, right? So you do your work, share your knowledge. Definitely you will be an Oracle ACE associate or ACE or an ACE director as well. So anything can come for you. Share your knowledge. It's not how much time. So how much knowledge you share. It's not how much time you share, how long you share, but how much knowledge you share. Right? That is one of the main theme of this. Yeah, and one more thing, like there is Jitendra Singh. There is nothing. Sai, we have time, right? You have questions?
Yeah, I think yeah, we have definitely time because this is the last session. Jitendra, I think just to answer to your question, I was actually responding you in a chat. Yeah, you are looking for. I think the best thing is, again, guys, that's why we are not allowing you to talk because we respect everybody's time. If you want to really ask a really good question which is useful for others, please raise your hand. We will make sure that you can talk voice over, right? To answer your question, Jitendra, there is nothing in the portal. I'm expecting a real-time experience as those guys are invest so much time on OTN. So I don't know what is nothing in the portal. If you can, if, for example, if you go to that portal, if you're a developer, click on the developer and log into the portal, and that's the starting point. Many of old ACE members, that was the portal. Somebody will raise a question and it is like try to answer those questions, right? There are times in between tea breaks, if you want to help community, that is the portal where you can help, right? So happy to walk through. Just reach out to me directly. I can directly talk to you because this is not a session where I can walk through the entire portal. So please ping me offline. I'm very happy to help you. So any other questions somebody wants to ask, please go ahead and raise your hand, and that way we can open a bridge. I think you can see there are like a lot of aces. It's very important that in India we are like this statistics was in 2009 or 10. We are like more than 400,000 people working on the Oracle technology, but we don't share. I think that's our in our blood, right? I think the best thing is to share the knowledge, and important thing is you don't require to blog for others, you write it for yourself, right? Today you're fixing something today, and I'm sure after 3 months you forgot the solution, right? Go back to the same blog and refer your steps yourself, and also indirectly you're helping for others, right? That is very important. Don't think that how much time I need to. I think Saurav rightly answered, there is no measurement, right? And if you ask me, I'll say 24 hours, right? That's my answer, right? But it's not like that. So you spend, it depends. It's a passion, okay? Don't look for, you want to become an Oracle ace and let me do 4 blocks a day, 4 answers in a forum. It's not going to help you. Yeah, you become an Oracle ace director, but that is not the fundamental basis of this program, right? So please, this is a lifelong. You, I think, rightly mentioned it's a lifelong process. Yeah, that should come from your passion by heart, right? Helping other people, right? And networking is very important. I think Saurabh also mentioned that in conferences, 40% of the people attending technical sessions and 60% of people are outside the hallway and talking each other, making connections, right? That's more important. And we have seen this COVID days, how much the network is important, right? You see in LinkedIn, people are putting I'm open to work, and you also see their responses, somebody just commenting on their post and somewhere it is connected and finally they're getting job, right? Think about, you are not professionally helping them, you are basically helping financially, right? So a lot of things, and you can't expect in a materialized way, right? Don't think that you help somebody, you got some $2,000. It's not like that. So again, please ask questions. This is a like open forum. I think we can unmute everybody. If you think this, your question is useful for others, please raise your hand.
So, here I am. My name is Vinay. So, just to add what you have put point across, one important thing is not just sharing knowledge through blogs, posts, and through Facebook and Twitter. It is always good to share this knowledge when there is, when you are being called for when we put up a CFP for lot many sessions. there are a lot many people who are very much knowledgeable in their areas of business or their areas of technology. But I see there's very few people who come up with saying that, okay, I would like to go ahead and speak in some forums which is happening maybe in Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, Pune. Uh, uh, and that is one reason why we always have seen there is a huge drop when when the Indian speakers they don't come up. So what I request is, guys, make sure that all these ACS who are there on the board at the moment, or whoever is listening, make sure i- if there is a CFP raised, please put your papers up. That will at least help you to grow in that particular areas of technology. So it doesn't select, that's a secondary thing. But at least you will make an attempt to learn about that particular areas of technology. So make sure you contribute even when there are sessions happening by delivering some sessions.
Yeah, thanks, Vinay. Vinay is also an Oracle ace. Again, guys, this is, I think, one of the important thing is we need to make a good networking. I think this All India Oracle Users Group started in 2007. I'm there from the day one. I know the pain. Still people actually come to me saying that, Sai, can you provide a training on Exadata? We are not a training providers here. So please understand, we are one of the forum is to basically get experts and learn from them, right? That's one of the one of the benefit, but it is much beyond that. It's more of networking people and helping each other professionally, or sometimes personally. I'm very happy to say, like, we are like more than 30 plus volunteers in AIOG. We meet every Sunday 1 hour, and we are like family, right? And some of the calls we don't really talk about community. It's more of we are talking about how is your family, do you need any support? I think that is one of the thing we really build, right? And when we, how I think one of the question is how you guys are managing everything. It's all because if it is in a family, you are brothers or sisters, you never get that pain, right? But when you are in an employer, I'm sure you don't work more than 8 hours. But here, I really thank the entire voluntary team, especially Aishwarya, Vinay, and Chandan, and Rutvik, many other people, right? So they are spending more than 20 hours a day for this Sangam. You think this is a simple Zoom call? No, everything is built from scratch, right? You see the banners, graphics, spell mistakes. Oh my God, don't ask. There are like 100 steps for everything. We really enjoy as a passion. But if somebody is expecting, Sai, I've done this one, can you pay me 10,000 rupees? No, that's not going to work, right? So again, this is a session one scheduled on this day, but we also have another session coming next Sunday, also another Sunday, right? So you will hear more stories from other ACE members from India. And one of the goal for me is to, there are many diamonds in India, right? Like you guys. So we need to really, you look at the ACE program directory, we are like, I think 40 people. There are like more than, you look at Europe, look at Americas. I think that's what Vinay Mistry rightly said, right? It's more important you come out, talk to people, and put the things, and don't measure like I'll do 4 articles per day, 4 questions per day. It's not like that, right? It's important you come out, help whatever way you like it. And there are people I know, they don't like to be part of ACE program because they're still working on it. Their purpose is different, right? And don't aim for you want to become an Oracle ACE member. Aim for the broader benefit, right? So ACE program today, it is there, you're part of this program, or maybe not part of this program, but the whole the life of helping the community is going to be always with you, right? Yeah. So if you don't have any question, I
So
think
I think
someone.
Harish has got a
Yes.
question. Harish, can you unmute?
Harish is talking on mute or?
No, I'm just asking Harish to unmute. Harish, can you hear us? Can you unmute yourself?
I think maybe by mistake he raised his hand.
Okay, no worries.
Okay,
So,
super. I think
one point just adding. Sorry. I would request the people to make use of the local chapters, right? So now it is a COVID pandemic, but when it's come to the real world thing, right? Probably that is what we wish next year. So please, instead of at least don't aim for Sangam or OGR, right? At least local chapter. That is why we have created the local chapters, right? Because people cannot travel. I mean, everyone cannot travel to Sangam or OGR, right? So if it is a local chapter, you can go ahead and present your CFP and give presentations. Therein, where you can just build your presentation skills as well. So no, because initially I had a stage fear. To be frank, I had my first Yatra, and literally no, okay, that is what we have a comedy also, right, in Tamil. In the first half, my body was like fine, okay, fine, but in the bottom, I was literally shaking when seeing 100 people sitting in front of me, right? So, but then what I did is voluntarily I went and presented. So I just wanted to get out of that fear. So I literally made use of this local chapter, and I presented multiple times, and I came out of that fear. So even no people like me also can be there in the world, right? Many people can be there, right? So just saying, like, please make use of this local chapters, and that's the reason why to expand sharing our knowledge, we brought in these chapters, regional chapters. Yeah. Thanks. Right.
yeah, that's very important, right? So I think Saurabh also mentioned when we started in Bangalore, it was very difficult to reach out to the entire India. So that's why we started, all the major cities. And for example, your city is not covered, please reach out to us. We will help you to open that chapter, right? And another important thing is, Veera's example, right? So there are many people like to present, but there is like, they always fear to present. So that's why we always try to help them. They actually come and present 10 minutes table topic, just how to create a database, right? So that way they grow in their career. I think look at entire voluntary team. They're just not volunteer team, right? So they are really good speakers. Like I think you guys have seen like Aishwarya, Arpit, all presented in previous days, in Veera in Golden Gate. The many, actually, each one of us has a great speakers, right? Also, we like to do this voluntary work as a passion, right? And we definitely help you in terms of your career. Don't think this is like some type of networking program. You get some earn money, something like that. No, nothing to do with that. So it's more of a community helping each other whatever way they want, right? So keep in touch. So currently you can see all the ACE members in this call. Connect with them. The best platform is Twitter, right? So share with your connections, and if you don't have a Twitter ID, please create, and that way you can connect with them, right? So with that, if you don't have any questions, we will close the session, and we'll do the similar session next Sunday, same time, with another set of ACE members from India. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, and have a nice evening. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.